Hi, welcome to the SQL Server Analysis Services tutorial. Today I'm going to show you how to build a cube. First, let's do a little bit of background here. We're going to be using some NFL data in a warehouse that we already have created on our SQL Server here. Let's just go over these tables real quick because it's kind of imperative you understand the concept before we actually start building a cube. So here are the tables. I'm going to show you a database diagram that depicts it a little better. Okay, here we have our essentially our star schema in our data warehouse. Our fact table, and then all of our dimensions tables that relate to our fact table with one-to-many relationships here. Real quick, let's go over these teams, and if these are the WFFL teams. I'm using my own fantasy football league data here. So WFFL is the Wilson Fantasy Football League. These are the WFFL teams, not the NFL teams, but the teams that are in my league. There's 12 of them. These are the players, the actual NFL players, their positions, and the team ID, which, as you can see, relates to the NFL team here. This dimension is NFL teams. So, like, for example, Philadelphia Eagles, let's say they're number 20 team ID, and here you'd see Donovan McNabb, QB is position, and his team ID would be 20. That's how that works. WFFL round is the round that the players are drafted in every year. We have a 15 round draft, and each year their player is tagged to a round. So, for example, if we drafted Peyton Manning in round 1 in year 2008, you would see 2008 round 1 Peyton Manning. Scenario. We have two scenarios in this cube so far. We have projected and actual. Projected is the projected stats that the players are going to have in 2009, and then the actual will be the actual stats. Right now we don't have anything but projected in the cube. Stats. Stats is a dimension that lists the actual different stats like passing yards, passing touchdowns, rushing yards, rushing touchdowns, etc. Year is exactly what you think it is, the year of just a year's dimension. Right now we're not going to use this, but this is an attribute of the WFL teams that has the winners. And again, this is the fact table, and as you see, each column, each field in the fact table relates to a primary key in one of the dimension tables. The only thing that's missing here, as you can see, is week ID, and that's actually a view. I'm using a view to do that, but more on that later as we get started. So let's get started with our actual cube here. Well, we're far from the cube part, but we're going to start building it. So the first thing you need to do is open a SQL Server Business Intelligence Studio. And we're going to do a new project. And we're going to use analysis services here. And let's call this WFL Cube as the project name. And it's automatically going to create a spot for you where you can create your own. Default is fine. Hit OK. We do not need this mumbo jumbo, so I always get rid of it. Alright, so the first thing, so now we have our project. Obviously there's nothing going on, but we have our project ready to go. And I'm going to stop this video just so we don't have too much space, and we'll start the next lesson in the next video.